And the G20 summit is underway in Bali. President Biden is using the moment to condemn the war in Ukraine and call for cooperation on infrastructure, pandemics, climate change, and the economy. It comes just a day after his high-stakes meeting with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. ABC's Britt Clennett joins me live now from Bali, Indonesia, with more on this. Britt, earlier today, a senior Biden administration official said he wasn't sure how many of the 20 nations would also condemn Russia's actions in Ukraine. So how much support does President Biden have on this one?
Well, Biden is certainly hoping to use the moment to garner more support against Putin's war in Ukraine. But there are obviously varying degrees of support. You're not going to get, for example, condemnation from China or India. However, this also must be considered that there is waning support in certain sectors and in certain Western countries. So this is something that may be pushing, leaders might be pushing leaders of Ukraine and Russia to head towards negotiations. So this is something I raised with White House spokesperson John Kirby a little bit earlier. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
The president believes it's important that those channels of communication stay open. We're talking about two modern superpowers. We need to make sure that there's no risk of miscalculation. But we will not talk about an end to this war without Ukraine. Nothing about Ukraine without Ukraine.
So Kirby making it very clear that this is not happening, that there is no channel of communication that does not involve the Ukrainians themselves. But we've heard from Zelensky today addressing the G20, really saying it is time for world leaders to act. This is time for Putin to get out of his country. And he made that extremely clear in his address today. And at the same time, there are reports of attacks in Kyiv as well. So this war is ongoing. And certainly there has been a push from Zelensky for the world leaders to listen to him and to act.
And Britt, Biden announced a slew of new infrastructure investments in Brazil, Honduras, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, Liberia, Honduras, India, Somalia. What kind of impact are these investments expected to have?
Well, look, like you said, that is a long list of countries being impacted by these investments and these opportunities that Biden has announced. At the same time, they are quite targeted. You know, you're talking about transport links, targeted initiatives aimed at combating climate change, energy, for example. And then you have to compare it to China's Belt and Road Initiative. And this is clear indication of countering China's power and influence with that Belt and Road Initiative. It is a drop in the ocean compared to Belt and Road. So certainly it is an attempt to draw in those countries and to sway them in the direction of the West. But it's not clear how much impact that will have because it's just not as broad and the volumes just aren't there.
All right, Britt Clennett, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.